What's up, everybody? JBL Sports here with my sports betting picks video, college football edition. Very excited to be able to say that once again. College football is here. It is Friday night, September the 1st. Welcome to September. Welcome to college football. We had a little bit of some action last weekend. Week 0 gave us a little bit of a taste of some college football. And then, of course, we had some games tonight on Friday. But we have a massive slate tomorrow, like we love college football Saturday. So, of course, I have a bunch of plays for you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I give out sports betting opinions here on the channel. I have a little bit of a different type of video for each sport. With college football, I do what's called a long shot parlay. Yes, I'm bringing the long shot parlays back. And basically what it is just a long shot parlay that I throw in personally. It's just my fun way of giving you guys a bunch of different plays that I like. In this week's edition, I have 10 plays for you guys. These are 10 plays that I like. So I kind of categorize the plays. I have my best bets, I have the plays that I really like, and then I have leans. I kind of have 3 categories. I say the best bets for those of you who are a part of the village. We are a growing village, a bunch of new members each and every week. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the village. I'll explain that a little bit later. And then I have my next set of games, the games that I really like, the games that I still bet my own money on. Those are the games that I put on the long shot parlay. And then I have the leans, which I don't really give out. Sometimes I play those, sometimes I don't, just kind of depends. Usually those are plays that I put in right before tip off if there's maybe an injury or a late line move or something like that. So that is what I do with college football. So like I said, I have 10 plays for you guys that I threw into a long shot parlay. Long shot parlay is any parlay where the payout is $10,000 or more. Like I said, it's not really a parlay that I give to you guys to put in. It's just fun for me to see if I go perfect and hit all of these plays. And some of you guys also like to have a little bit of fun and take the risk alongside with me. Definitely your choice on what you guys decide to do with these plays. Last year, we hit over 60% of our plays that I gave out here in the long shot parlay. So we did very, very well last year. And that's the main goal. Like I said, the main goal is to give you guys a bunch of different plays that I like. If you guys are on the same side, you know, that gives you some extra confidence. If we're on opposite sides, well, one of us is going to be wrong. So like I said, it's just my fun way of giving you guys a bunch of different plays because there's so many games on Saturday. I like to give you guys a lot of plays that I like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some action. So I didn't mention my website, jblsportspicks.com. That is how to become a part of the village. What that means is I give out plays every single day via email. If you want those plays, if you want my best bets each and every day in all sports, football, baseball, basketball, when the time comes, that is where to go to sign up. The website's at the top of the screen. All of my pick history, every pick that I've ever given out is right there on the website, broken down by sport. You can see what we have won over the years in each sport each year. And like I said, that is how to sign up to be a part of the village. If you have any questions about the website or anything, my social media pages and the website, my email addresses, everything is down below in the description of this video. While you're down there, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed so you know when new videos pop up, because you never know when a midweek video or a weekend video is going to pop up. So you always want to be in the know. So that's the website. That's how to become a part of the village. If you want to receive my best bets each and every day sent directly to your email box, let's go ahead and move on to this long shot parlay. So I will say that I put this parlay in at FanDuel. So hopefully you guys can see it clearly. Sometimes when I take a screenshot of a website, it can be hard to read. So this is going to be a test to see if you guys can see it clearly. If not, I'll use a different website next week, or I'll go back and do what I usually do, which is I just type it out on a Word document. But I do like to show my actual betting ticket to show you guys that I did actually put this bet down. So we are just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So like I said, this is a 10-team parlay, but basically it's 10 straight bets that I'm giving you guys that I threw into a long shot parlay. So I'm just going to run through this. I don't want to make this an hour plus long video. I can deep dive into all these games, but that is going to be very boring. So I'm just going to quick hit these games and we'll keep it moving. So first up on the list is Ball State at Kentucky, over 45.5. So I'm looking for Kentucky to score the bulk of the points here. Total's not too high, 45.5. There are some changes on the Kentucky side offensively. They bring in a stud quarterback, Devin Leary from NC State. So a very good pickup. Usually when you bring in a new quarterback, obviously it could take some time for the offense to gel. I'm hoping that it doesn't happen because this Ball State team doesn't have a very good defense. Kentucky should overmatch them, especially at home. Crowd should be roaring. I'm hoping Ball State can get a couple scores here because I don't think Kentucky is going to cover this over by themselves. But I definitely think they can get into the 30s, mid 30s. So Ball State can get a couple of scores. I like this game to go over the 45.5. Next, we'll go with Buffalo and Wisconsin under 56.5. So two teams here that like to run the ball, although Wisconsin is kind of transitioning into air raid type offense, but they still say the run is still going to be heavily used in this offense. But they do bring in a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, and a new starting QB. So I expect this Wisconsin offense to get off to a little bit of a slow start. Like I mentioned before, it's going to take some time usually for these teams to gel. Buffalo, one of the better teams in the MAC. I don't think they'll be a complete pushover here. So I am hoping this game will stay under the 56.5. Next, we're going to go to South Florida plus 14.5 on the road against Western Kentucky. So this one is definitely a bit of a gamble because if you've been paying attention to Western Kentucky over the past couple of years, very, very explosive offense, and they look to have another pretty good offense coming back this year. South Florida, on the other hand, they bring in a ton of new talent, a ton of players coming in through the transfer portal. This is going to be a complete overhaul for a South Florida team that needs it. And that is what I'm banking on here. Like I mentioned before, when you have a bunch of new pieces, it could take some time to gel. But another thing that works into your advantage, especially earlier in the season, is other teams don't know what you're going to do. You have a lot of new pieces, some new coaches. Western Kentucky really doesn't know what South Florida is going to bring into this game. So I'm hoping the surprise factor here will allow South Florida to stay close in this game and hopefully keep it within 2 touchdowns. So South Florida plus the 14.5 is going to be pick number 3. Next, we're going to keep it moving to California at North Texas plus 6.5. I wanted to move this one to 7.5 for some extra protection. Obviously 7 is one of the biggest key numbers in football, but the line move wasn't available at the time I put this bet in, so we're gonna have to just stick with the 6.5. But North Texas here, they're definitely a live dog in this one. We have two teams here, both transitioning to the air raid offense. But the advantage here for North Texas, a little nugget here, is they have Washington State's offensive coordinator from last year coming over to North Texas. So he's very familiar with this California team. And that offense last year for Washington State, they pretty much put it on them. I believe Washington State blew out California. So a little bit of an advantage here for North Texas as they have a coach that's familiar with the opposite side. So being at home, I think North Texas here can definitely make this game interesting, or at least keep it within a touchdown. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here. UTSA, I'm taking the money line here, taking on Houston. So I give UTSA the edge here. Early in the season, Houston loses their longtime quarterback, stud quarterback Clayton Tune, to the NFL, while UTSA, they bring back their longtime quarterback Frank Harris, dealing with some injuries in the offseason, but he looks to be ready to go. And that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on the experience here in this game. Also, if you remember last year, they played a great game at the beginning of the year, a game where Houston came back and won it pretty much at the end. So I'm looking for UTSA here with the experience and the revenge to get back against Houston. So UTSA on the money line here. Next, we're going to go with Texas A&M minus 34.5. Not much to say about this one. New Mexico, one of the worst teams in the FBS, going into a hostile environment, very tough place to play. Texas A&M's offense was terrible last year. They make some changes, and I think they want to showcase those changes early, and I'm looking for them to get off to a hot start and just blow out New Mexico State in their home opener. So Texas A&M minus 34.5. Next, we have Middle Tennessee State at Alabama under 55.5. So Alabama can name the score in this one. If they wanted to win by 50, 60, they could. But the way I see this one going is the way it usually goes when they play these type of teams. They go up big in the first half, and then they take the foot off the pedal in the second half. Alabama has a huge game next week against Texas. They're not going to want to show anything extra than they need to. They don't want to put anything extra on film for Texas. It's going to be a pretty vanilla game. I expect a lot of running from Alabama. Keep the clock moving. They'll pass it when they need to. They are breaking in a new quarterback, so they're definitely going to want to get him going in this game as well. But I just don't see Middle Tennessee State scoring in this game at all. I think this Alabama defense will definitely keep them in check. So as long as Alabama doesn't go for 60 themselves, I think this game has a very good chance of staying under that 55.5. Next, we are going to go with West Virginia at Penn State under 52.5. Pretty low total here, but we have two teams here, both with new quarterbacks. Both might be getting off to a little bit of a slow start here. Tough place to play. Penn State is going to be a tough environment for West Virginia. I'm not looking... I don't think their offense is going to get much at all against this very stingy Penn State defense. This looks like a low scoring game, so I'm going to go under the 52.5. Next, we have Toledo at Illinois. I'm going with the money line here for Illinois. The spread is about 9.5, 10, 9, depending on where you look. We're just going to take the money line here with Illinois. Illinois, another team bringing in a new quarterback. But they have a lot of pieces around him. Pretty good defense at home. Toledo, not a bad team. They might be able to hang around for a bit, but when it's all said and done, I can't see Illinois dropping this home opener. So Illinois to get the job done. And then last but not least, pick number 10. I like the last pick to be one of the later games in the day, because if all of the other 9 plays come through, then we have some opportunities here with the last game being isolated. We can hedge a little bit. We can maybe create a middle, do some live wagering, see how the game goes. A lot of different options that can be done. But I'm going to go with UCLA here, minus the 9.5. Very interesting game here. So Coastal Carolina, if you've been following this team the past couple of years, they've been one of the surprise Cinderella teams. They've been ranked for many weeks over the past couple of years, and they bring back their stud quarterback Grayson McCall. But the same questions as last year, because 2 years ago is when they had the really great team. Then last year McCall was there, but they didn't really have many pieces around them, and I think it's going to be the same this year. He's back again, so you know he's going to have the offense moving in the right directions, but do they have enough pieces around him to compete with the better teams? We're going to find out right away. UCLA, obviously, they are the more talented team. They bring in, they have questions. It's kind of the opposite of Coastal Carolina. UCLA, a lot of pieces on defense and offense, but it's a quarterback situation that is the question. They might be going with 2 quarterbacks for this game and kind of going with the hot hand. So we'll kind of see how UCLA decides to play it. But Chip Kelly, we'll see what he has done in the offseason. We'll see if this team is ready to go at home. This is not a game that UCLA can afford to trip up on. So I'm going with UCLA minus the 9.5 at home. Like I said, I think this game will definitely be interesting in the first half, but I'm looking for UCLA to get it together in the second half and use that talent to pull away. We'll see if they can make it happen. And that is it. That is our week 1 10-team parlay. Again, it's 10 different plays for you guys. You guys can decide what you want to do with that, but I threw them all together, as you can see here, with my FanDuel ticket into a parlay. 100 pays just under 10,000. It pays 9,991 and some change. So we'll see if we can start the season off with a bang and hit our long shot in week 1. If not, I'm expecting the majority of these plays to come through. Like I said, last year we hit over 60% of these plays, so looking to do the same thing this year, if not better. But that is going to wrap it up from me. So starting next week, we'll have both college football and the NFL. NFL's off this weekend. So I didn't get to do as many giveaways as I wanted to do over the summer. I got really busy. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to bring back the giveaways for the football season. So what we'll do starting next weekend is on Saturday when I do my college football video, we'll run a giveaway. And then on Sunday when I do my NFL video, we'll pick a giveaway winner. So we'll do that starting next week, and we'll do that throughout the whole football season. I'm going to give away some money each and every week to you guys. So that is another reason why you want to be subscribed to the channel, so you always know when new videos pop up. But that is going to wrap it up from me. Our first big college football Saturday of the new season. So excited. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me each and every time I put out a video. You guys are awesome. Good luck with whatever you guys decide to do. I hope you guys kill it tomorrow, win that money, and I will see you guys soon. Good luck.